上这个。
Cast off those lines! Good doggy.
When is Miss Heard's birthday?
And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone of
Objection, Your Honor. Also hearsay.
It's a photograph, Your Honor.
That's being relayed to him by Mr. Beck.
He says he looked at it on his phone.
I'll overrule the objection as the photograph.
What was the photograph of, Mr. Depp?
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed, was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there. And she tried to blame it on the dogs. But
Why didn't you think it could have been the dogs?
The dogs weigh, they're teacup Yorkies. They weigh about 4 pounds each.
Danish girls. She's there, and he claims that he was just sitting there calmly, and she was haranguing him, testifying about this finger injury and how fantastic this version is. You'll see the pictures of all of this. You'll see the pictures of their hair. Imagine how much that must hurt. He was in New York. She texted him and said, "Johnny beat me up really good this time. Can you?"
Rocky's boyfriend, who was some sort of chef, he asked her what she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
Go ahead. I'm not sure if it's offered for the truth of the matter asserted.
He got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
I knew my father.
I know him. Probably one of the few who knew him as William Turner. Everyone else just called him Bootstrap or Bootstrap Bill.
Bootstrap.
Good man. Good pirate. I swear you look just like him.
It's not true. He was a merchant sailor.
Mr. Depp, could you please explain to the jury who Sean Bailey is? I think you were starting to.
Yes, I'll try again. Sean Bailey was quoted as saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Mr. Depp, where was Sean Bailey quoted, without getting into what he was quoted as saying?
I don't know who did the interview with him.
Objection, lack of foundation.
I'll overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Mr. Depp,
Had been approached to take part in writing
Objection,
Pirate
hearsay.
6.
last week Mr. Rottenborn asked you about a quote where you said you wouldn't come back to the Pirates franchise for $300 million and a million alpacas. Do you remember that?
I do.
What? Do you recall when specifically you made that statement about the $300 million and the 100 alpacas?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled on that.
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this document?
As soon as my eyes go on, I hopefully will. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I'm so pathetic when it comes to knowing what movies I've done. I'm sorry. I I don't watch them. I feel better not watching them. I couldn't. I mean, what was the question again?
How many?
I
How
have
many
order in the
different-
court, or I will have you removed. Understood?
How would you describe Mr. Bettany's relationship with Miss Heard while you and Miss Heard were together?
Abominable.
Mr. Depp, I believe this is another text message with Mr. Bettany that you were shown on your cross-examination.
And when he came home from school...
Your Honor, I'm just going to object on relevance. The question was, who was this about?
We can move on.
Okay.
Mr. Depp, what if any portion of this email exchange is literally true?
We're all set to leave here at approximately 1:30 p.m. Hope you rested well. I believe there's also a napkin down there where
Objection,
someone...
Your Honor. Lack of foundation. He's referring to exhibits that aren't in evidence.
All right,
I have no idea whether they even exist.
I'll sustain the objection now. Next question.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh,
Next question.
okay. You said he sustained an injury to his finger.
One of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh,
Next.
okay.
Drink up me hearty Joe.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his
Objection.
pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember
Relevance.
seeing Mr. Depp penis.
I'll allow. Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
Correct, I was trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, yes.
And Mr. Depp was refusing to leave the house, was he not?
Not so much refused, he just wanted 2 minutes to see his piece.
You took Mr. Depp's arm to try to move him out, but he broke away, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so he was strong enough to break away from your grip, correct?
No.
So you had his arm and he broke away, though, correct?
No.
Isn't that what you just said?
News articles that were appearing and what impact they would have on, you know, how the ACLU and its work with Amber is seen.
She was concerned that the ACLU was not telling the truth about Amber's paying the $3.5 million, correct?
I don't see it that way. I see it as her doing everything she can in order to produce a correct statement to the press.
Wouldn't the correct statement to the press be that she's short $2.3 million?
As I testified earlier, that's not the kind of thing that we would ever say about